Hi guys, I'm Lou, co-founder of Reliable PSD, and today I'm going to give you some advice on what to do when you're feeling like you're not good enough or like you're a failure in your business. Now, this is a topic I've wanted to talk about for a really long time because I feel like so many of us face it and struggle with it, and it's really a challenging thing to deal with. I know for me and a lot of other entrepreneurs and business owners that I've spoken to, that message of you're not good enough really comes out when you do decide to carve that path for yourself and to find your own way in this world. A lot of times people just don't get that. Your family doesn't get that. It's a big risk, especially compared to going to college, and getting a degree, becoming a doctor or a lawyer, and choosing what is seen as a much more stable path in life. I experienced that pretty intensely, especially with my grandmother, when David, who's my husband and partner, and I decided to leave college to start our creative agency, Unexpected Ways, 8 years ago. She was absolutely devastated when I told her that, and while I love her very much, and I did understand her concern, the underlying message I was getting was this path that feels right to you in your heart and your gut is not good enough. And it's not worth taking any risks for. And you should not listen to that. You should stay in college and get a degree, and that's that. Interestingly, no matter what level of success I've achieved, her tune really hasn't changed. Even 8 years later, after Unexpected Ways became established and successful, after we created our second company, Reliable PSD, and that company became successful and even grew to over 20 employees. In one of my latest conversations with my grandmother, she suggested that I go back to school and get a degree in web development. I think that's so much part of the reason where no matter what level of success we achieve, what milestones that we have set for ourselves we cross, there's always that little voice there in the back of our heads just saying, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And I know I go through these periods where I struggle with that. And when that's what you're feeling, any tiny little mistake you make or anything at all that you can perceive as failure is so devastating. So, what do we do with this feeling? How do we change it? Today I have two messages for you, and they're both really important. The first one is that you're enough exactly as you are. There's nothing you have to prove to anyone. Even if you didn't take a single risk for the rest of your life, if you didn't get any accomplishment for the rest of your life from this point forward, you are good enough exactly as you are. All of the things that you accomplish and succeed in and grow, all of these are just added bonuses to the base fact that you're good enough just for being you and for absolutely no other reason in the world. The second thing that really helps to deal with this feeling is this. So first you have to start recognizing this voice that's telling you all of these terrible things about yourself and comparing you to other people and just making you feel awful. And once you've recognized it, it really helps to show this part of yourself some compassion. This is really hard to do because we're not so used to showing compassion to ourselves. So something that really helps with that is to imagine if your best friend or a person you really care about in your life came to you and told you all of the things that you've been telling yourself at that moment with that critical voice. What would you say to them? So let's say my best friend came to me and said, I feel like such a failure, like nothing I do is good enough, like I'll never be a real success. In a heartbeat, I would tell them, are you kidding me? You're amazing. Look at how dedicated you are. Look how much you've accomplished in your life and all of the things you do every day. Look how much you care about all of the people around you. How could you feel that way? Yet, when that voice in my head says, you're such a failure, my gut reaction is, you're right. How messed up is that? So, if you close your eyes for a moment and say those things to yourself that you would say to somebody else that you care about or a good friend, it really makes a difference. I know at first it might seem a little bit strange or a little weird to do this, but trust me, this really does work. And if you do this enough times, it really helps change that inner dialogue that we're constantly having with ourselves and make it a much more positive one. And it also helps ground our feelings of self-worth and value just in your own being, just in being you, as opposed to that feeling being based in accomplishments or successes or things that you do in your life. Alright guys, I hope that this video was helpful for you. I feel so strongly about this topic. It is so important, and I'd love to continue the conversation about it with you guys below in the comments. So let me know your thoughts, let me know how you feel about this, if this is something you've struggled with before or experienced, and I will catch you next time.